Get ready for the ultimate showdown between the strategic INTJ and the meticulous ISTJ. Have you ever wondered how these two intriguing personalities stack up against each other? Join us as we explore their unique traits and differences in this insightful journey. Watch till the end, and if you enjoy our content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Let's dive in. Number 1. Core characteristics of INTJ. At the heart of the INTJ personality type is a deep-seated drive powered by introverted intuition. This means INTJs are not just thinkers, but visionaries. They look at the world through a lens of possibilities, often thinking 10 steps ahead. Their minds are always active, piecing together patterns and strategies that others might miss. This is a person who's not just living in the moment, they're already planning for the future. Let's talk about their strengths. INTJs are the masterminds of strategic thinking. Give them a problem, and they'll approach it with a unique blend of logic and creativity. They are not ones to shy away from complex issues. In fact, they thrive on dissecting challenges and devising innovative solutions. This strategic approach is not just limited to their professional life, it spills over into their personal goals and plans as well. Now, independence is another key trait. INTJs value their autonomy highly. They are self-starters, often preferring to work alone or in small, like-minded teams. This independence also means they're not easily swayed by popular opinion. They trust their insights and are comfortable charting their own course, even if it goes against the grain. Creativity might not be the first thing you associate with a type that's so logic-driven, but INTJs are incredibly creative thinkers. They're not bound by conventional wisdom. Instead, they prefer to explore new angles and solutions, often leading to groundbreaking ideas and innovations. In a work setting, an INTJ might be the one quietly observing and analyzing, only to later present a well-thought-out plan that addresses not just the immediate issues but also potential future challenges. They're the architects of long-term strategies. In their personal life, INTJs might seem reserved, but they're deeply passionate about their interests. They love delving into complex topics, from technology to philosophy, and often have an eclectic range of hobbies. Their homes might be filled with books and gadgets, evidence of their unquenchable thirst for knowledge and their love for applying it in innovative ways. So, the INTJ personality type is a fascinating blend of intuition, strategic thinking, independence, and creativity, making them a formidable presence in any setting they choose to navigate. Number 2. Core characteristics of ISTJ. The ISTJ personality type, often known as the inspector, is the embodiment of dependability and diligence. At their core lies introverted sensing, a trait that drives them to interact with the world in a methodical and structured manner. ISTJs are the people who value tradition and order, finding comfort in the familiar and the tried and true. When it comes to strengths, reliability is the ISTJ's hallmark. You can always count on them to follow through. Whether it's meeting deadlines or keeping promises, ISTJs take their commitment seriously. This reliability is rooted in their desire for structure and predictability in their lives. Practicality is another forte of ISTJs. They have a no-nonsense approach to life, focusing on what's realistic and doable. ISTJs are grounded in reality, they won't waste time on implausible ideas. Their decisions are based on practical considerations and concrete facts, making them excellent problem solvers, especially in crises. The attention to detail these personalities exhibit is remarkable. Whether it's in their professional life or personal tasks, nothing escapes their notice. This makes them invaluable in situations where precision is key. In a professional setting, ISTJs are the backbone of an organization. They're the ones meticulously managing projects, ensuring every detail is accounted for. Their methodical approach ensures efficiency and accuracy, making them excellent in roles that require thoroughness, like accounting or law. Socially, ISTJs might come across as reserved. They prefer a small circle of close friends and value deep, meaningful connections over casual acquaintances. Their loyalty to their loved ones is unwavering, and they show their care through actions more than words. So, the ISTJ personality type, with their blend of introverted sensing, reliability, practicality, and attention to detail, plays a crucial role in bringing order and stability to both their personal and professional environments. Number 3. Cognitive functions in action, INTJ. Diving into the cognitive functions of an INTJ, we find a fascinating interplay between their dominant function, introverted intuition, NI, and their auxiliary function, extrovert thinking, TE. This combination is what makes INTJs the strategic masterminds they are known to be. Let's start with introverted intuition. This is the core of the INTJ's thought process. It's like having an internal GPS that constantly maps out the future. INTJs use this function to absorb information, often unconsciously, and then connect the dots to form insights about what could happen next. It's not just about what is, but what could be. This future-oriented thinking allows INTJs to spot trends and patterns that others might miss. Now, pair this with their auxiliary function, extrovert thinking. TE is all about organizing and structuring the external world. When INTJs make decisions, they don't just rely on their intuition. They use TE to objectively analyze the situation, looking at facts, data, and evidence. This function helps them to put their intuitive insights into a logical framework, making their ideas not just visionary, but also actionable and practical. In problem solving, this combination is a powerhouse. INTJs can not only foresee potential issues but also devise structured, strategic plans to tackle them. In decision-making, they're not impulsive. They take their time to understand the problem, use their intuition to forecast outcomes, and then apply logical reasoning to choose the best course of action. This interplay of NI and TE makes INTJs excellent at long-term planning and strategizing. They're the ones who can navigate complex situations with a clear vision and a pragmatic approach, making them invaluable in roles that require foresight and systematic thinking. Number 4. Cognitive functions in action, ISTJ. When we delve into the cognitive functions of an ISTJ, we're looking at a unique blend of introverted sensing, SI, and extrovert thinking, TE. This combination shapes their practical, methodical approach to life, especially when it comes to tasks and challenges. Starting with introverted sensing, the dominant function for ISTJs, it's like having an internal archive. They are incredibly adept at storing and recalling detailed information and past experiences. This function helps ISTJs to compare present situations with past events, allowing them to navigate the present with a well-informed perspective. For ISTJs, there's comfort in the familiar. They rely on what has been proven and tested, making them exceptionally good at upholding traditions and maintaining established systems. Then, there's the auxiliary function, extrovert thinking. TE is all about organizing and structuring the world around them. ISTJs use this function to take their wealth of internal data and apply it in a logical, orderly manner. When faced with a task, ISTJs will methodically plan out each step, considering all practical implications and efficiency. They are excellent at breaking down complex tasks into manageable parts and then executing them with precision. This combination of SI and TE in ISTJs means they approach tasks and challenges with a focus on practicality and reliability. They're not the ones to take uncalculated risks. Instead, they prefer working with concrete facts and proven methods. This makes them incredibly dependable, especially in situations that require meticulous attention to detail and adherence to established protocols. So, ISTJs bring a level of thoroughness and dependability to everything they do, powered by their unique blend of cognitive functions. Their approach might not be flashy, but it's certainly effective, ensuring stability and consistency in both their personal and professional lives. If you're interested in exploring how these traits compare with those of INTJs, or if you want to share your in-depth analyses on YouTube without being on camera, Matt Parr's free YouTube course might be just what you need. It offers valuable insights on creating a successful faceless channel. Learn more by clicking the link in the description. Number 5. Communication styles, INTJ versus ISTJ. When it comes to communication, INTJs and ISTJs exhibit distinct styles that reflect their personality traits. Both types value clarity and precision in communication, but the way they express ideas, handle conflicts, and interact in teams can be quite different. INTJs tend to have a more abstract communication style. They're big-picture thinkers and often communicate in terms of concepts and theories. When presenting ideas, they focus more on future possibilities and the underlying principles rather than the concrete details. This can sometimes make their communication seem complex or even cryptic to those who prefer more straightforward, detail-oriented explanations. ISTJs, on the other hand, are more grounded in reality in their communication. They prefer dealing with concrete facts and practical details. When they express ideas, they're typically clear, direct, and to the point. They rely heavily on past experiences and proven methods, which is evident in their communication style. It's more about what's tangible and proven than what's possible. In handling conflicts, INTJs often approach the situation with a strategic mindset. They're more likely to detach themselves emotionally and focus on solving the problem through logical reasoning. However, this can sometimes be perceived as insensitivity to others' feelings. INTJs need to remember that not every conflict is a problem to be solved. Sometimes, it's about understanding and addressing emotions. ISTJs, in contrast, tend to address conflicts by relying on established rules and standards. They prefer resolving disagreements in a systematic and structured manner, often adhering to protocols or past resolutions. They value harmony and order, so they strive to resolve conflicts efficiently but can sometimes seem rigid in their approach. In team settings, INTJs usually take on roles that involve strategy and planning. They're good at seeing the bigger picture and guiding the team towards long-term goals. ISTJs, however, often excel in roles that require organization and attention to detail. They ensure that the team adheres to set processes and standards. Understanding these communication differences is key in teams and relationships involving INTJs and ISTJs. Each has its strengths, and recognizing these can lead to more effective collaboration and communication. Number 6. Conflict resolution and relationships. When it comes to conflict resolution and relationships, INTJs and ISTJs have distinct approaches, reflective of their personality traits. Understanding how each type handles conflicts and interpersonal dynamics can be enlightening. INTJs, with their analytical minds, approach conflicts as problems to be solved. They value logic and efficiency, often seeking a rational solution. However, their focus on logic can sometimes overlook the emotional aspects of conflicts, potentially leading to misunderstandings. In relationships, INTJs value independence and intellectual compatibility. They look for partners who can engage in deep, meaningful conversations and respect their need for personal space. They're not typically expressive with emotions, preferring to show their affection through actions and commitment. ISTJs, on the other hand, handle conflicts by sticking to facts and practicality. They rely on established rules and protocols to navigate disagreements, which makes them appear straightforward but sometimes inflexible. In relationships, ISTJs value stability and loyalty. They are dependable partners who take their commitments seriously. ISTJs show their care through acts of service and dedication, rather than overt emotional expressions. They appreciate routine and predictability in their relationships and often seek partners who share their values of responsibility and tradition. In both cases, communication is key. INTJs need to be mindful of the emotional impact of their logical approach, while ISTJs might benefit from being more open to new perspectives and flexibility. In interpersonal dynamics, both types can thrive by understanding and respecting each other's unique approaches to conflict and relationships, leading to harmonious interactions and deeper connections. Number 7. Work style and career preferences. Understanding the work style and career preferences of INTJs and ISTJs sheds light on how their distinct personality traits shape their professional lives. Both have clear preferences for work environments and career paths that align with their strengths. INTJs thrive in careers that allow them to utilize their strategic thinking and vision. They prefer environments where they can work independently, with minimal supervision, and on intellectually challenging tasks. This preference leads them to careers in fields like engineering, science, law, or architecture. INTJs excel in roles where they can develop and implement long-term strategies. They are often found in positions that require innovative problem-solving and abstract thinking, such as strategic planners, software developers, or researchers. Their ideal work environment is one that values innovation, creativity, and forward thinking. ISTJs, in contrast, favor structured, orderly work environments. They excel in roles that require attention to detail and a methodical approach. Careers in accounting, administration, law enforcement, or management are well suited to ISTJs. They appreciate predictability and clear expectations in their professional roles. ISTJs are often the organizational backbone of their workplaces, ensuring that processes are followed and standards are met. Their preference for stability and structure often leads them to established organizations with clear hierarchies and well-defined job roles. Both INTJs and ISTJs bring valuable strengths to their careers. INTJs' innovative and strategic minds are assets in dynamic and complex fields, while ISTJs' reliability and methodical nature make them indispensable in roles requiring precision and consistency. By choosing careers aligned with their natural preferences and strengths, INTJs and ISTJs can achieve professional satisfaction and success. In conclusion, while INTJs and ISTJs share a preference for structure and logic, their approaches differ. INTJs are visionary strategists, ISTJs are practical organizers. Understanding these personality types illuminates not only their unique contributions but also the importance of embracing diverse perspectives for a more harmonious and productive world. This video will be really helpful for you. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell to avoid missing our future videos. See you in the next one.